TJ Ward is a private investigator with experience helping the FBI and ATF with criminal investigations. So, TJ, what can they do now?
Well, it's not good for this couple, and thank you for allowing me to be on the show with you this morning. It's not good for these two. They've been together a long time, and for him to come home and not be concerned where his girlfriend is not a good sign for him. And him lawyering up, the police have come out and said he's a person of interest, and he is. The goodness of this is that the FBI is involved now, and the FBI is going to take and go across the country with now cell phones are like GPSs, and they are going to take cell phone towers to see where the last hit of her phone was, and also the triangulation of the phones and the towers. And so if her phone was cut off, they're going to see the last place it was.
Can I ask you one thing on that, though, TJ? Because the family is saying that one of the text messages that they got from her later on, after they had last heard from her, they don't believe that text was actually sent by her from her phone. So if you're looking at cell phone GPS data, what would that tell you?
Well, the GPS data is going to tell them whether the last time the phone was activated or was turned off, so they'll be able to try to focus in on an area where there was last known and where the phone was last seen. So that there itself is going to help them. And then they know they encountered the police shortly before that, so they have that video. And of course, there's today, in today's technology, everybody's got cameras and videos and so on and so forth, so they're going to have to track and go on. And now there's another question. There's another couple that apparently has been killed in the same area they were in, so there's question if there's going to be ties to that. This gentleman not speaking is not a good sign for him to say and lawyering up. I will tell you this, if the FBI does come across some evidence and they end up interviewing him and he lies to the FBI, then they will have a formal charge against him to arrest him because it's a violation of law to lie to an FBI agent.
Right. Hey, TJ, it's John Roberts here. You were a principal investigator in the Natalee Holloway disappearance. Her remains have never been found, even though she was declared dead about 11 years ago, and no one was ever charged in connection with her disappearance. At the moment, this continues to be a missing persons case. If no evidence of Gabby, one way or the other, ever shows up, will this always remain a missing persons case?
Well, it'll stay a missing persons case, but they're not going to close the case by any chance. He's still going to be a person of interest until there's evidence that leads them to believe that he's involved or has information that they need to talk to him about. At some point, he's going to have to talk. And again, if he lies to law enforcement,
well, let me ask you about that. Why does he have to talk?
Well, he doesn't, but there may be evidence to take him into custody. Then if he lies about the evidence that they learn about, then they'll have another charge to be able to take him into custody and arrest him.
TJ, if you were the family now, you know, they're out there, they're trying to get some media attention. There is a lot of media attention on it. Of course, it's here on Fox News, but not just only here. You start to get all of these other sort of tips that come in from a lot of people. Earlier today, her stepfather told us that some of them do feel like they might be credible in terms of the last time that they were seen together, the last time Gabby was seen. How do you know how to sift through what's credible and what's not?
Well, in my instance, as we were just talking about Natalee Holloway, every lead, every psychic, everybody that called in about Natalee Holloway, we followed up with, and to follow out that the information's credible, so we would turn it over to law enforcement. We have advanced technology also, layered voice analysis, that we used, and we're the only investigative firm in the country that uses it. And I can take a conversation that he may have had or they may have had, and I can tell you if they're lying or hiding something. Any information that is found from witnesses and all needs to be turned over to law enforcement because it may be credible to them from information that they've already found.
All right, TJ, thank you so much. As we
prayers
continue
for the family.
Absolutely.
Prayers for the families.
TJ Ward, thank you.